Hi, collective. How is everybody doing? Doing something a little different today. I'm gonna try to do like a twin flame thing. I've been avoiding it. It's not something that I don't know, something I want to deal with. But I think it's definitely something that a lot of us are dealing with that need to be addressed. The dynamic of twin flames is bye guys. See you later. Thank you. Sorry, my landlord just left. Yeah, so I think it's something that, I'm sorry, I've seen people smoke in their videos too, so run it. This is me. Look at me, Pac-Man. Yeah, I think it's definitely something that we're all, not we're all, but some of us are dealing with, and it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. There's so much misinformation out there, and there's so much good information out there. I think it's definitely one of those situations where you have to be very discerning about the information that you take in about it. Very honest with yourself about the dynamic that you're in and the dynamic between you and your counterpart. Yeah, so, I mean, I have things that I wanted to talk about, and I have cards I want to pull. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. This is just a trial run, so, yeah. So, let's get into this. Start with the Romance Angels deck, and then I'll hit the Doreen Virtue Ascended Masters. I think we'll definitely do the Yin Yang, because that's, it's like the ultimate twin flame divine. So, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody has been doing well. I tend to check out sometimes, and I've been dealing with a lot, so I just, Spirit said it's cool. Actually, honestly, the way it started was my phone wouldn't record, so it is what it is. I had to order a whole computer just to do this shit. Invest in non-self. God, thank you for all that you do. To the angels, thank you for the signs leading me through. To the ancestral guidance, thank you for creating who I am. And to the Ascended Masters, just thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being supportive of me and protective of me. And I ask that you make me a clear and concise channel for the collective of starseeds and twin flames and divine beings looking for yourself, looking for guidance, just looking. Please and thank you. I'm knocking. Hello. So, like I said, I hope everybody's doing very well. The twin flame dynamic. Shit's a mess. Definitely one thing I will say, for one, do not, and I repeat, fucking do not, allow people to tell you that they can help you. Like, people will say, oh, hit me up for a reading, and I can tell you whether it's your twin flame or not. Don't let them lie to you. The reality of it is the only person who can tell you whether you're in a twin flame connection or not is yourself. The answers you're seeking are within, and the reality of the situation is nobody can tell you what you're experiencing. But don't hesitate to be brutally honest with yourself. You need to be very, very much aware. If you feel that that's what you're in and you're dealing with a very unhealthy dynamic, like the runner-chaser thing and situations like that, definitely become educated about mental illness. Definitely become educated about mental illness surrounding love and relational dynamics. Definitely study things like the empath, narcissistic dynamics, limerence, the obsessive love disorder. Okay, word. Yeah, just be educated, man. And you know what I mean? Like, if you're dealing with somebody who refuses growth or refuses to learn, that's never apologizing, gaslighting you, lies constantly, don't hesitate to card one, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And realistically, like I said, you know, the dynamic of just the empath narcissist and things like that, like, I'm starting to believe I might be a virgin, twin flame virgin, because I mean, just the more I become educated and the more I deal with my counterpart, the more I'm thinking that he's a falsie. So yeah, release your ex. Okay, so when you're going through those runner chaser dynamics, do not hesitate to step back. Step the fuck back, especially if you're divine feminine. If you're divine feminine, stop chasing these motherfuckers, dude. Like, that's what we're as the feminine aspect of the psyche is to receive. There's nothing, I mean, literally, like, stop chasing. Check out. If a motherfucker wants you, they'll show you. If somebody is toxic or unhealthy or whatever, you know, if a person loves you, they'll change. They'll change of their own accord. Don't change a motherfucker. Don't go into situations with expectations or attempting to change people. It's not ever going to work that way, and that creates resentments, and that creates just, you're setting yourself up for failure. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So basically what I'm dealing with at this point is either I've got a falsie on my hands, or my contract with my twin is up and my next best function's gonna be on its way. A high-level soulmate that's gonna love you like you deserve is tenfold better than somebody who's your twin flame that refuses to change or refuses to grow, refuses to be happy, healthy, faithful, honest, accountable. It's not worth it. So yeah, like I said, only you know, and only you can make that decision. One thing I've heard is that a twin flame will never, ever, ever, ever be violent, and I don't agree with that so much because of the fact that we all go through very different things growing up. But like I said, you know, somebody that genuinely loves you is going to change. They're going to grow. They're going to work. And if you're in those dynamics, these unhealthy dynamics of codependency, abuse, violence, shit like that, it's not. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm so sorry. Welcome back. First card I got out of the Ascended Masters deck is Trust, Master Vishnu. I believe that's more falling to trust in the divine, opposed to trusting your counterpart. Like I said, if a person's doing the work or a person's about it, you're gonna know. I don't know. Don't let people fool you though. Along with like releasing and things like that, allow space for them to change and grow. If a motherfucker's doing the runner chaser shit, let him go. There's a story in the Bible about two women that come to the king, and they're both claiming to be the mother of this baby, and the king says, well, check it out, we're gonna chop the baby in half, and you each have a piece. The real mother's like, no, she can have him, because she loved him, and she didn't want to see him hurt. So if somebody is chasing their dreams, they want to be a rock star, or rock star's groupie, or whatever, and or they're just you know what I mean, allow that space for them to grow. And if they're yours, they'll come back. It could happen, you know. I mean, like, if whatever's yours is not gonna miss you, bro, like, don't fucking doubt that, dude. Like, back to the surrender and the trust, man, and the divine. Like, literally, like, it's not gonna miss you. It's gonna find you. Literally, it's gonna find you. I mean, I can't stress it enough. Also, too, you know, if you're dealing with really unhealthy dynamics between you and another person and you're unsure, have extensive cord cutting rituals done. You can't get rid of that cord because it's not a cord. They're your other half. They're part of you. And to understand that is to know that, you know, that renounce that contract, cut those cords. You'll find out. You will know. Yeah, you'll know. Also, too, you know, realize that you can love somebody and love them at their lowest. If you help build somebody up and then once they got it, they're on to the next. I mean, be honest with yourself. Is that what you want to accept in your life? I'm working with the the Yin Yang Oracle deck. To the divine, can you give us a collective aspect for the masculines, the divine masculines out there, that is maybe being worked on or worked through currently? I don't like this deck. It's hard for me. It's so many cards. I broke my nail. It's terrible. You know, and also too, if you love somebody at their lowest and they refuse to love themselves and they still have those issues with confidence and lack of confidence, I should say, let it go, let them learn. Like, really, if they choose to stay stagnant, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't force people to grow. They have to want it, man. It's like drug addiction, you know, these unhealthy dynamics of codependency, you know, if somebody's got to be where they're needed the most or things like that. Let them go. Let them learn. Trust and believe. If they're your twin, they won't be able to forget you. And time, they say, heals all wounds. Don't heal fucking twin flame separation. It gets worse. It gets worse and worse and worse, and harder and harder, and the songs and the memories and everything is just so over the fucking top. It's awful. I'm pretty sure I don't have a falsie, but I'm pretty sure my contract's up with him. It is what it is. Acceptance, gratitude, grace, and trust. Okay, so I got 3. And as for divine masculines, what are they working through right now? I got the Sun card, strength and empowerment. And it's like I said, you know, if there's issues with self, with lack of confidence, things like that, love them for them. And if they won't grow, if they won't change, let it go. The second thing is distance, retreat, or timeout. He's sleeping right now. I'll call you. It's the girls, they come and take my son for a walk. Yeah, retreat or timeout. Solitude, which, I mean, if they're headed in this direction, that's always a good thing. But the next card is, oh, I'm so sorry, Sun. Retreat. And for the third card, it's closed off, resistance, guarded. Communication is key in any aspect, any relational aspect especially. If you can't communicate, then it can't work. If they hear a rumor or something like that and they can't just ask you, they've got serious issues to work through. I don't know. I just, like, that's a lot of what happened to me. Is my person, he can't make decisions for himself. He's one of the most beautiful, amazing human beings I've ever met in my entire existence, and at the end of the day, he doesn't value his own intuition when he's super special, and then he literally falls to everybody else for their opinion and what they think he should do. That's never okay, because it's not your life that they're living. Also, too, you know, don't be hindered by societal norms or expectations. You know, I'm mixed and my counterpart's white, and his friends bug him and make fun of him, and he's made a lot of mistakes based off of other people's theories or thoughts. Don't live like that. Don't allow other people to live for you, man. I'm sorry, I haven't asked the question. I was like, why aren't you getting any comments, guy? Okay, sorry. To the divine, I am looking for some of the aspects of the divine feminine and what we as a collective are working through. I'll get it, guys. Don't worry. I don't like these ones. Sorry. I like to do it outside. Sometimes people watch. Toss a sip. Okay. How's the divine feminines? It's beautiful. Reflection and projections. Earlier when I was saying, you know, don't have expectations. Don't frame a situation. Framing means like basically boxing it up. Don't frame a situation or have these set timelines or guideposts and fucking landmarks that you're supposed to hit at this time, and you don't dictate that, bro. It's thy will, not my will. You know, it really, I can't stress it enough. Like, literally, don't project your thoughts, beliefs, expectations, feelings, self issues, because that's a big thing with the twin flame dynamic, is the mirroring. You're going through the same thing, you're just going through it different, like, literally. So yeah, reflection. Be brutally honest with yourself, man. And until you have somebody who's going to do the same, it's probably not worth it. Fate, detours, and divine intervention. That whole rejection is for your protection. confinement is for your refinement. It's real shit, bro. Fucking real shit. Everything in divine timing. Thy will, not my will. You know, divine intervention. God will step in. Shit is divinely guided. And furthermore, you know, at the beginning of the journey, before it even started, you guys sat there. And I wonder how it is, like, if they were, like, smoking blunts, eating popcorn, like, laughing their asses off, like, okay, we're gonna go through this, and I'm gonna be black. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it was like that. Like, this is my sick theory, or my sick, you know, vision of it. It is what it is. I've heard that there's spiritual growth and just a complete glow up and beautification process that happens naturally during separation. But if you're stagnant and you're miserable and you're eating 2 gallons of ice cream a day and you can't get anything done and the house is messy and your mom's had the kids all fucking month, like, it might not be twin flame separation. It might be something else. I don't know. Let's see, what else? If you're giving somebody repeated chances too, like, you know what I mean, like that runner-chaser dynamic, yes, that's a thing. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be kind of watched. Sorry, I have land creatures on my lip. But if you're giving somebody repeated chances, when is enough enough? And not just in the relationship itself, like with the in and out of your life and things like that, because that's a big narcissistic trait. Is you're fly when it's time for supply. Like, run that. No, not today. Not today. You know, but like, even like I said, even outside of the relationship itself, like I literally, I don't know what I should share and what I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, but I've offered my counterpart different opportunities outside of the relationship for like work, things like that. If somebody won't grow, they're not going to be aligned with you, so they're gonna cut themselves out of the picture. Allow things to unfold the way they unfold. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Hermit deck. And what I'd like to know, if there are any messages from our 5D counterparts that we need to hear. The Divine Masculine, please. What you trying to say to me? Okay. Says itself. Okay, that's what's up. But I mean, that really, honestly, that actually kind of brings me to a thing. Like, that's another thing, you know what I mean? That twin flame sex is amazing. If you have somebody who's leaving you all the time because they want to fuck other people, probably not the thing. If somebody's into something that's a little taboo or risque, but they don't want to share that with you, or they go elsewhere to get it achieved, let that go. Not only does that endanger you, because the world is very, 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 very dangerous when it comes to sex, just let it go, man. Because if it's yours, it'll come back. And be brutally honest with yourself. You know, just because somebody makes you come doesn't make them the one. I wish that rhymed. That would have been really cool. Any other messages from our divine counterparts? Oh, something flipped. Okay. Come on, guy. God damn it. You make me want to do bad things. You know, I deal with, like, really, like, I don't have bad self-esteem, but, like, like when it comes to my looks and things like that. I know I'm not the typical club bunny that everybody wants. I don't know. I feel like my looks are just as strange as my personality, so I struggle with that. And your twin's gonna think you're beautiful. They're not gonna hesitate to tell you you're beautiful. And if they don't, they're probably not the one. Any other not dick related messages from our divine masculines? God damn. Yeah, buddy. I think so. Yes. I don't know. Run it. All right. Now, the Divine Feminine Collective. Where are we at with this? What are the messages that we need to know as Divine Feminine from our 5D higher selves? Let's see. Nothing flipped over. Okay, try this again. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Divine Feminine and Higher Self. What do we need to know? What do I need to tell myself? Sorry. Oop, there's one. Wrongful advice. And that leads me to, like I said before, don't allow these people. It's creepy. Don't allow these people to tell you that they can tell you about your connection. Don't allow these people to say, hit me up for a reading, I'm going to tell you about your connection, and then, after they tell you about your connection, they're going to tell you how you can manipulate the connection for, payment. Be very discerning. And watch yourself with the readings. Because sometimes we're misdirected intentionally. Whether it's through the karmics, whether it's through other not so beautiful, bright entities. Like, don't. Fuck. Sorry, I don't like bugs. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, don't allow people to dictate. Don't let people fucking live for you, bro, and don't let people tell you how to live, and don't let people set parameters around your living. Like, nobody can tell you, man. The only person who can tell you is you. You are the only one experiencing it. Acceptance, grace, gratitude, and trust, man. Motherfucker. I don't know. People will mislead you. Yeah. Divine Feminine. Higher Self. Is there anything else that we need to be mindful of? Oh, I just heard my baby. He's such a good baby, though. He'll sit for a second. I want to cut this at 30 anyways. A fucking asshole. I love Leilani Wolfgram. That bitch is bad. Any more messages from the Divine Feminine 5D higher self that we need to be attentive to? Fatten the clock. Aha. Stay rested. Time to ground yourself, man. Ground yourself, clear your energy. Thank you for your time. I'm going to cut this right here because I want it to be before 30. Deuces.